All right. Before we start, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the waters to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. And hey, we got 2 cameras, so we're going to be looking up and down, so Salakia. I'm here in GMS, Rochester, New York. The brother Malak, that's the brother Karatazan when he come back. But basically, we're just doing a real quick lesson. Yesterday was so-called, we up next, Mac. Oh, hey, Shalom, bro. Yesterday, as y'all know, it was so-called thanks for killing and taking the land. And as you've been seeing the trend, another thing I'll say, there's no coincidence, y'all. Many of these holidays of the world have been occurring on Sabbath days. All right, and that's for one, that the Heavenly Father is soaking up their charge. These people are hopping into folly and committing acts that they shouldn't on the Sabbath. So that's one strike against them. And also when you... Oh shit, shalom, bro.
Shalom, bro. Hop in, come on, hop in.
Yeah. Like right now? Yeah. This is you.
Bad. You good, brother? Yeah.
We just started, bro. Shalom.
Oh, okay, shalom.
Yeah. Shalom. Hey, man. It's the spirit.
I got my garment.
Kind. Hell
There's
yeah.
room for the bro.
I was just saying, fuck Babylon too.
Yeah. As I was saying, if you take a look at all these holidays that have just passed, every year they've been getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're not the only ones who have made this connection, y'all. All right, so this was the weakest Thanksgiving I've ever seen and felt and witnessed. Mm-hmm. This so-called Christmas we're about to be stepping to is going to be the weakest Christmas we've ever seen and experienced. Mm-hmm. The Heavenly Father is dragging down these people's spirits, and He's dragging down their mirth because we're getting closer to the end.
Yep.
What you got?
This is Isaiah 24, and I'll start at verse 7, and it says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh."
Yep.
And everybody's sighing right now. You know what I mean? Like nobody is in a very festive spirit because they're doing everything off muscle memory. You see, and they're just doing it because it's the time of their year, and they're not really
going with emotions.
Right, exactly, right, going with the motions.
Ain't nothing else to do.
Right,
they'll set up decorations.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it says, "The mirth tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion, Babylon, is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There's a crying for wine in the streets, all joy." And that's one thing too, because there's going to come a time when people are going to be looking for this word. What's that called? The famine of the word.
Yeah, that's twofold.
Mm-hmm. And the wine is what? Of hearing, the Most High's doctrine. All right? There's good wine while people out here getting drunk off, the Babylonian wine and the physical wine. People are going to be looking for, this new wine.
They're going to be looking for answers.
Right.
Really, there's all these things going on in the world, and there's no more answers. You can no longer drown yourself out with the NFL. You can no longer drown yourself out with the NBA. Look at what's going on with the NBA. Mm-hmm. All right, those Israelites is all over that. All right, you can no longer drown yourself out with the different forms of vicarianism that you're used to. All right, you can't just pick up a 6-pack of big beer no more after work and kick your feet up. You're hearing too much bad shit on the news, and that is starting to bother the minds of everybody.
And it goes on to say, verse 10, it says, "The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in."
And now that's going to happen. That's going to eventually happen literally. When the cities is desolate. That's Isaiah 6:11. It tells you that the city's going to be completely broken down. That started spiritually. I'm going to get right here, bro, so you can get right here.
Oh, sure. I go into that. You live on our channel too already?
Yeah.
Oh, call on. Beautiful.
And
that's fire.
Start from my bad. Verse Isaiah 24, verse 11, it says, "There is a crying for wine in the streets. All the joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone."
Man, that's a beautiful thing, the mirth of the land being gone, because Babylon, that reminds me of Rev 11, where they sent gifts one to another. That's what this whole place is built off. Is it's predicated off of our suffering, And then I was telling the brother the other day, I had to work, which is fine, This is captivity. But you know, I had to work in the Sheetamite. She said Thanksgiving, or she said Happy Thanksgiving, or what's left of it.
Right.
You know, and that goes to show you that we never have been able to get a full measure here. You know, which we're not looking for, but you give us a misconception that we can. That's the issue with Babylon, is the lies. And then another thing, we were going to get some vitamins the other day, and we drove by this shop, and it was a Edomite had a pilgrim standing, and then the nigga had a Michael Myers mask on it. And I'm like, yo, if I was in the world, I would call and complain about that shit, because that's offensive. You know what I mean? Because that's exactly what you are. You're murderers, man. You know? So that's good that the mirth is gone, because the mirth is how Esau makes fun of you, and he makes fun of Yahweh Shema Shai. Black Jesus, Family Guy. How many shows do they have? Yeah, how many shows do they mock Yahweh Shema Shai? And you heathens, y'all ain't doing nothing. How many? He's always mocking y'all.
And so, but the heathens take. I see, you know, like you hop on social media. You got heathens talking about some happy things. The heathens is all for it as well.
Right.
They run behind E.
Well, yeah, because the whore riding on the beast, and then John wondered after her. So now people are in the spirit to wonder after her. You've had even Northern Jake say their parents believed this bitch was paved with gold. They literally thought it when they got here. You know? Shit, even John Smith asked Pocahontas where the gold was at.
Right.
And she was like, here's corn. You know? But Esau ruined that. That's why you had the gold rush. You know?
You got something, bro?
Yeah, I'll go to this real quick. Isaiah 6:11, I made mention of it earlier. All right, because this is what it's all leading to. Before the Heavenly Father is, it's like a spider. What the spider do? At first, it sucks you all your juices. It webs you up, wraps you up, and it you know, bites you, poisons you, it turns your insides to liquid. And that's what the Heavenly Father is spiritually doing to Babylon.
Right.
It ties you down and makes you wear yourself out. Babylon, this is not your rest. This place, yo, I've been in the biggest spirit with this place. Like, hey, I'm tired of Babylon.
Yes.
You know, it's not because I want to flee. It's not because I, you know, can't hack it. I'm just tired of the culture Babylon produces at an alarming rate. You know, the other day, they had their stereotypical Christmas commercials, and I'm watching. I said, "Damn, they ain't got the sensitivity yet to realize people can't afford a new fucking Hyundai."
Right. A $46,000 SUV.
Come on, man.
You know,
and that's lowball.
Right.
SUV.
Tis the season. Tis. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
This is Isaiah 6:11. It says, "Then said I, Lord, how long?" And he answered, "Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses with men, and the land be utterly desolate." And that's what this is leading to. So that's how long it's going to continue to. And we're seeing, to us, we're cheerful going into the end of the world, but to these people, they're mourning. They were, okay, what was we talking about last night? How, you know, video games is whack now. When you look at the majorities of movies that are coming out, what are they? Remakes. You have the remake, what's that movie? Top Gun. All kinds of, oh my God.
Or they make them a woman.
They got to remake all the movies with a little spin, because everything, they're trying to get that glory back, but that glory's gone. What is oh shit, real quick.
They trying to get that golden, they trying to get the dregs from the golden cup. You know?
Let me get, I believe that's also in Isaiah. You got it, bro. You got something.
This is the book of Isaiah 47.
That's where I was going.
Okay, spirit. Isaiah 47 and verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon."
Yeah, sit in confusion. Because in the last days, you know who's going to be declaring the most wisdom? The beast. Because the whore is being set up to be the known problem. Because you got to remember, with Esau transitioning to his new order of things, Babylon is going to be the past. So they're going to have to rely on the wisdom of the whore. That's why in Obadiah it says, "Where's the wisdom of Teman?" Because German can't do it. Now Russia's a superpower. You see? But Russia ain't a part of the beast right now. But the beast will become knocking at the bear's door, best believe. So read that again.
Isaiah.
Because, because old boy just said today, he said the man that you thought would bring in World War III, you got out of office, and he brought peace, and the man that you thought would bring peace is bringing World War III. It's a perfect setup.
I'm going to go to my car real quick.
Perfect plan. Isaiah 47 and verse 1, and it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, now you're a third world country. Now you're deemed dangerous. Because see, what America has done is America has found a way to be politically correct in the eyes of the rest of the world. This is why people say, oh, well, we got right. No, you have been given a misconception of rights and freedom here, while behind the scenes they beat you, they kill you, they extort you, they overtax you. You see, they drug you, they use, abuse you, they traffic you. This is what they don't know. I was watching a video the other day. It was like BBC going into Taliban land. And they're like, tell us how the Taliban is treating you. And they're like, and I said, damn, if they ass would go to fucking the neighborhood in Detroit or Rochester or some borough, the world would find out what's really going on here in Babylon. That's what y'all don't realize. Y'all don't realize, you brothers and you sisters, y'all don't realize the conditions that you live in under the curses here in Babylon. If the world were to find that shit out, they would declare war on this place.
Yes, they would.
Against humanity.
Yes, they would.
But then they'll tell you, you little black boy with your little YouTube channel, 300 views, that's hate speech. Like they said, hate speech.
Isaiah 47, and I start from the middle, and it says, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the lay.
Yeah, and when you uncover it, you're gonna find some black babies under there.
Yeah.
Like the famous picture, the Edomite sitting on the Jake, because he had gout. Or you watch the movie Mandingo, and you got Jake babies at the end of the bed as belly warmers.
You might fuck around and fall off into the devil's punch bowl.
Yeah.
And land in some slave bones.
Right. Where do you know there's place in the Babylon where they still don't eat the fruit that the land produces because so much blood is saturated in there?
Yeah. How about that?
Man.
Fuck out of here.
Man.
You want to talk about anti, you got all these coin $50 words for them, but what's it called what you've done to us or dislike us? What's that called? You don't even got a Wikipedia for that. Look that up on your own, brothers. Look up what it's called to hate a 48er, what it's called to hate a Mo, and then what's it called to hate a black person? Oh, that's just called freedom.
Come on, man.
I got some.
Okay, yep.
You still reading?
Yeah, I got you. Yep. This is a little more. And Isaiah 47 verse 2, and it says, take the millstones and grind the mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
That's lewd. When someone gets uncovered, that's unseemly.
Yep.
We're making people think about things that they don't want to think about. They're no longer able. In the year 2022, you can no longer just skate through life like it's La La Land, like it's the mid 90s.
Right.
Like Ezel and shit.
Yeah. You go on roller skating every Friday. Saturday is the club. That's you can't get away with that. All right. I be telling just passing people on by, the amount of people we've heard. I'm saying we because I know these brothers have heard it. The amount of people you'll hear saying, "Oh, I can't listen to the news because it's too bad." That's everyone is literally trying to run away from hearing the truth. And that's a part of that. I got it loaded with the shameful spewing. They just want to. Remember when we're being brought up, what are we being taught? America's this land is your land, this land is my land. All that bullshit. You're being given the mysticism of this place, and as you get older, you come to see what this mug really is about. And these people can't deal with that. But no, alcohol can't help you forget. Weed can't help you forget. Like I said, NFL, NBA can't help you forget. Watch a hoe shake their ass can't help you forget. These people are being forced to realize that this is a wicked world and they don't like it.
Yeah, what's that movie, Bird Box, where they're forcing people's eyes open? That's what the Lord is doing. He's forcing your eyes open. With the mirth being gone, when the mirth got stripped away and NBA stopped, and remember they did the bubble thing? Yeah. And then they were able to put like their own names on their jersey. That's when people started realizing, damn, it's ripped up out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like once the ball stopped dribbling, you heard gunshots, cries, evictions. You're like, wait, stop bouncing that ball? Yeah. What? Shit started really like,
yeah, dummy.
This is what's been happening. You know?
What helped lull them back to sleep? That stimulus.
Yep.
Yeah.
1,200.
Yep.
That's all it took.
Victuals.
To snooze pennies, bro. To snooze niggas back.
Yep. They was eating that shit. And then you know what that did? That was a war tactic because it got people fatter, lazier. Notice I'm saying fatter and lazier because they already are. The FDA, you got a team of scientists coming at the FDA saying they need to classify food, donuts, and soda as a drug.
Yeah.
But all that shit that people are now, they made you fatter, lazier, dumber. You know, then you got pregnant with dumb babies.
Yeah.
You know, they're being born with black eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this place is done, man.
Just real quick, bro. So like Isaiah 32:12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right. Once again, these people they want that old life back, that old way of America, but it's gone. So you gotta.
Well, you know what though? In saying that they want the old way back is so offensive to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
We was in slavery.
right, your good nostalgic times was run nigga run.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like any time in history that we speak, Emmett Smith, Barry Sanders, Detroit, right?
Yeah.
The Motor City.
Yeah.
You know what was going down out there? It was so bad, Eminem had to go to a fictional mile.
I was telling the brother last night, in Detroit, you have what's known as the Red Line. In east side Detroit, basically Mack Avenue, it stretches for miles. On the left side of the Red Line is where us, the Jake, lives, the raggedy parts of Detroit that's broke down and beat up. And on the other side is where the Edomites live, closer towards Canada by the water. You'll go, when you cross the street, literally, you'll go from seeing abandoned houses that ain't worth a penny. You cross that street, you will see homes that are worth $600,000, $700,000. I'm talking about, bro, I seen a dude one day, you know, this is Edomite. This nigga was driving a Ford GT. Not a Mustang, to the Ford GT, their supercar that's worth like $200,000. Just getting gas like it's a normal Sunday, bro, with his kid. And just went back off to the rich side of the Red Line.
Just rode off in the sunset.
Yeah.
But mind you, they don't even got the police department, right? Then they got like private securities.
Certain parts.
In certain parts?
Yeah, certain parts, yeah.
You know, it's funny. When we go, Lord's will show you tomorrow. When we go to camp, there's a way that we go. It's off Titus Ave, which is known as Irondequoit or Iroquois. But Irondequoit, soon as you cross the line and it says "Welcome to Rochester," Jake is sitting there drinking beers, fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's literally. And the zoo ain't in Rochester. The zoo's in Irondequoit, which is good. But soon as you cross the line, it's a shithole. All of a sudden, the streets get bumpy.
Yep.
Like what? It's like the weed smoke stopped right at the line. You know what I'm saying? That's that cloud, man. You gonna say?
That's actually they call it redlining. They have it. They show you there's districts that Edomites live in that are better and nicer and higher up and wealthier, based off their zip codes. And there's spots where they force us the niggas to live. And like you said, that's when they were living good. The good days in America was when a white man could put some rocks in his sock, go chase a nigga down and bust him in his head, and go back home with his wife cooking American pie and eat some chicken dinner and have a good night's sleep. That's what we're never going back to that.
Hey, look at this. So the word redline, it means refuse a loan or insurance to someone because they live in an area deemed to be poor financial risk. How can you deny a person a financial loan because the area that they live in that city is poorly funded by the state? That's what y'all don't realize. See, because I do construction, and one thing that you find out quick in residential construction is there's a easy money grab in the Jake neighborhoods because all they gotta do is slather some paint over it, put some cheap fucking linoleum flooring down, and send somebody in with fixed income that the state's paying for, deal with them niggas for a year, then evict them or hike the rent up and bring another batch in. And then they just continue the cycle.
Fucking wicked.
But then they say, you are destroying your, you know? But Jake don't own, now don't get me wrong, because now there ain't the spirit on Jake for the most part to clean it up. But I tell you what, if you gave a neighborhood 2-year lease, like that, you would see a uprise in the community.
Yes.
But when you live in a year, bro, you move in an apartment, you need about 4 months to settle in.
Yeah.
Now you got 6 months left. And then by the time that comes, the year's up.
Yep.
So you don't even settle in where you're at, you know? But that's what Esau does. He keeps Jake on a financial hamster wheel that keeps running. And then where's it? He say, he wanted you to give your neighbor a drink. And then he looks at you like, look at you, junk nigga.
Yep.
But you dollying in the beer. You know what I mean? You dollying in the old English and shit all day for Jake and the natty daddies.
Yeah.
You know?
For local.
Right.
Through.
This,
Y'all got it.
Oh yeah, this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 15, and it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also."
Yeah, look at this. It says redlining in the United States. Redlining is a discriminatory practice.
Oh wow.
Like us, we're ostracized. See, people don't realize there's a lot of shit that goes on in Babylon still that Jake was fighting for rights back then. You know, like say we want to go to a rec center that's in another town.
Yeah.
We have to pay triple the money to go there for the same membership that a resident would.
Yeah.
But then I say, I tried to get an apartment in this area and y'all didn't let me. I'm being ostracized. But see, you'd say that to them. This is why Babylon's so fucking wicked, because you can't cry to no one here.
Yeah.
The person you're getting mad at is just hired for a job because his ass needs to pay rent. He ain't nobody to fix nothing.
Yeah.
But that's what Esau done. He's put blocks, fences, secretaries, and more doors and hours in front of your cries.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to the problem,
The deaf adder.
Yep.
that's it.
The deaf adder.
Babylon is a deaf adder. So when you see Jake crying for reparations, and
It's the wrong ones.
you're crying you gotta cry to Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Yeah.
You are carnally trapped here, but set to be spiritually free. The only way out is up.
Yes.
So you to cry to the Lord. You will waste your time emailing, calling, going down, marching.
Yeah.
The niggas went to the salon because some Moabite did something to the black woman. Ain't no boy go shop here. They left, and another nigga came and got his nails done 2 hours later.
Yeah.
That ain't changing.
You got it.
Yo, man. Back in Habakkuk 2 and 15, and it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth that bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also."
Yeah, Jake's drunk here, man.
Yes.
Jake's drunk here off Babylon. I seen a Jake yesterday go into a store wearing all white, like a GLCC character, had a Ark on, and then complained because the shit he bought was $10. I said, "Damn, nigga, ain't you Egyptian?"
Right.
I mean, that's what I said in my
You
head.
can't afford that.
Like, you an Egyptian, you a god.
Right.
What the fuck's $10? That's drunk. You're drunk, bro. You're drunk.
Delusional, bro.
You're drunk, bro.
Very delusional and drunk. And it goes in the
Hey,
same.
brothers, don't fret with this money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't fret with this money. Be in the spirit of thank you, Yahweh Shemel Shai, that I have the money to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's just it, man.
Right.
You know? That's it.
And then on top of that, once you pay for, pay for things with that money, it's not a loss. It's a gain. You know what I mean? Because whatever you buy, it can be used for in the future to be,
Further you.
Right, further you. You know.
Sustain you.
Mm-hmm. And back in Habakkuk 2 and 15, and it says that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yeah, look at, I'm going to finish this redlining. It says, in Babylon, redlining is a discriminatory practice, which basically is ostracizing you. All right? You want to know a quick way of ostracizing? When they say, hey, you can get these great Amazon deals, but you got to be a Prime member. So if you're not a Prime member, meaning you can't afford them a couple extra dollars to get these deals, they're ostracizing or excluding you from something. That's illegal. But they do that to who? Jake. That's why Jake with money does that shit so he feels free. All he wants to do is feel free.
Right.
So that's how he feels free. And it says, discriminatory practices in which services are withheld from potential customers who reside in neighborhoods classified as hazardous, the ghetto, dangerous, the ghetto, old block, to investment. These neighborhoods have significant numbers of racial and ethnic minorities and low-income residents.
Damn.
I.e., where you grew up.
Damn, bro.
Where you grew up at. So he put I never heard of this. So he puts a red line around you.
Yep.
They do that to insect. You ever see they draw a line around them, then the ant can't leave the circle?
Yeah.
So they draw a line around you. And it's a spirit because Jake gets nervous leaving it.
Yeah, sure. Bro, there's certain Jakes that ain't never left their zip code.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's certain Jakes that ain't never got outside their county.
Damn.
Like, for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Verse 16, and it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered."
Then it's being uncovered.
Yes, it is.
The private matters, the issues. And guess what? It said, let thy foreskin be uncovered. That proves that your ass is unclean because that's supposed to be cut.
Yeah.
That's supposed to have been cut. So this place is ain't circumcised, man. And then what did old girl say? Moses, you're a bloody man. She threw it at him. So he saw a bloody man, bro.
He defiled. And it
Look,
says,
they got a book. It's called The Color of Law.
oh wow.
See?
Wow.
What the bro was saying. See, and y'all living in it right now.
Yeah. Every one of them.
You know?
And what's that called? I believe that's called systematic oppression.
Hell
You know what I
yeah.
mean, bro?
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
man.
systematic. That's when we talk about so-called racism, on a bigger scale, not just he called me a nigger. That's
Right.
That's how these are the ways that they have power to flex over us.
Exactly. When you even a female told me this, when you look into the real estate market, they're still taught to deny Jake housing.
Yep.
And the communities, I heard that they gotta ask permission or something if they could sell it to a Jake.
Hey,
What?
look, a guy
man.
that I work with personally, because I've seen this happen on the news, but a guy that I worked with personally, him and his, he's a trucker and he owns businesses, but he went to go buy 4 Dodge Ram 1500 pickups, brand new, because he wanted them for one of his businesses, and they was giving him the hardest time on planet Earth. They didn't want to sell them to him. Like, he could literally outright buy them, but they didn't want to give them to him.
He was Jake?
So he was a Jake. It was him and his wife. So he said, okay, I got something for y'all. He sent in his white homie, his Edomite homie, and his wife to basically get the deal set up. And so they set the deal up, no problem. And right when they was about to close it, he had his Edomite leave, and he stepped in.
Wow.
And was able to buy it out. But they was salty. He said they was mad as fuck. But since they had already set the deal up, they couldn't go back.
You can't be right.
All he did was sign it, and got his trucks. It's like that's not just a the brother's saying this, but that's not a myth. He has real life seen this, testimonies. And all this this goes to the fact that we're able to bring out this information. That makes these Edomites put their fingers in their ears.
Yep.
They don't want to deal with that.
Yep.
It's supposed to. Who used to play every football things around Thanksgiving?
Cowboys
in
Indians.
the Dallas and the Washingtons.
Yep.
Well, guess what? They even changed the name. They're not called the Redskins no more. They changed their name.
Yep.
Now these people, man, where I want the Redskins. You can't go back to that. You got to wake up and realize that your ancestors were slaughterers and called them Redskins as an offensive term. So you can't continue to call us that.
Damn.
Little things like that, bro. It's gone, Babylon. The fun's gone. It's real in the fucking field. Old boy said last night, that video I showed y'all, he said, I'll kill you in the field.
Hell yeah.
It's real out here.
And when the Cowboys and Indians, when that changed was when the angel was at the game.
Yes.
The brother recorded the angel. That was that.
time?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was, I think, Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Yes.
And then that stopped and they changed the name. And then I used to listen. See, one thing I had to learn to be quiet, man. Because when you're quiet, people will talk.
People talk, bro.
So I learned, I'm like, oh shit, if I don't say nothing, Esau gonna say something. So he think, if he think I ain't gonna say nothing or feel a way about it, he'll just go on. And then he'll start saying, and then Esau realized he's saying too much when he says, it's not like I don't like black people.
Yeah,
So that's when motherfucker, he said it. You know what I mean? He said it all.
He's guilty in the spirit. He knows he's wrong.
Can I get one real quick? Isaiah 28:20. This is what these people are experiencing now. It says, for the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than that he can wrap himself in it. All right, so this is a scriptural way of saying there's nowhere to hide anymore. Imagine you trying to sleep, but the bed shrink on you, your fucking knees hanging over. You try to put a cover over you, but the covers shrink up to your knees. Now you cold on a short bed. That's what these people are experiencing now. America was it was voluptuous, it was luxurious, it was marvelous. That's gone. Everybody's broke and struggling, and now the truth is being brought out by way of the prophets, So now you got to hear this every day. They can't deal with it no more.
Nope.
Okay.
Let me read this in the. You were Roddy. You were in Habakkuk 2, right?
Yeah, 2 and 16.
All right. Let me read this in
15
the.
to 16.
Yeah. Let me read this in the.
Good news.
The good news, baby. It says Habakkuk 2 and 15. It says you are doomed. In your fury, you humiliated and disgraced your neighbors. Talking about Jake. You made them stagger as though they were drunk. You, in turn, will be covered with shame instead of honor.
Yep.
You yourself will drink and stagger. The Lord will make you drink your own cup of punishment, and your honor will be turned to disgrace. That's what Esau's going through here in Babylon right now. And guess what? The beast is loving it. Ain't nobody saying, now you'll have people say the Brits did this, right? The Brits did that, which is true. But for the most part, Babylon has been the golden boy, the golden girl, the front face
The It Factor.
of success. So now it's being exposed that it was lies. It's like your famous track runner found out years later they did steroids.
Right. Yep.
So now that's what's taking place is records are being pulled for the past war crimes that you've committed, and now they're being brought up. And then the one biggest evidence of everything that's being laid out is us. We're the evidence. We're literally the evidence.
We're the descendants literally
Right.
of your wrongdoing.
Right. You stole something and you couldn't get rid of the evidence because it keeps reproducing. And now we're speaking, We don't want just face tats and rapping and club and shaking ass and hood rich. That's what the world is not understanding is why are these people that have been portrayed as animals and violent and gold teeth, like why are they standing up and speaking and using the Bible and having order? Because Esau showed the bad side of Jake, and now the world doesn't know what to do with the real side of us. That's the problem. I did a lesson the other day called The Bubble of Lies Has Popped, and the people don't know how to act. Our own family don't know how to react to who the Lord is making us, because even they themselves didn't know who we really are as a people. Babylon ain't Jake. This is just the results. It's like when you go to the prison.
This is PTSD, Jake.
Yeah. This ain't really who we are, You got it.
This is the book of Sirach 10, and I'll start at verse 7. It says, "Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both do one commit iniquity."
Yeah, I hate a proud fucking person, man. I hate the pride that Babylon allows people to walk in. That's the two things that need to get addressed immediately. Is the pride and arrogancy of a piece of shit person that can't back it up, And we're not carnal, but these people carry themselves to where it's like, yo, man, they need to be jacked up, Making me think carnal thoughts because your ass can't get it together.
Right.
They do shit, man. Like I was just driving here and this car in front of me was going like 15 on purpose. Like, what's the what for what?
Come on, man.
And then they park. So now I'm like, oh, now I know where you live at. But I mean, I'm not gonna do nothing. But there might be someone that would. But it's you.
Yeah.
They could have. You ever see the movie Unhinged?
Oh man,
that's a good movie.
They do it.
Yeah.
And then they got the GoFundMe's.
And she wanted to be proud. This is like on that movie. All she had to, even the son told her, "Mom, just apologize. Like be a human.
Be an upstanding citizen."
Yeah. And he said, and what did he say? I forget what he said to her before he clicked off on her, bro. He said, what did he say? You should have apologized.
Yeah, he said, I was just looking for an apology.
Yeah. And he clicked off on her. That's a good. Actually, that's a good movie
that shit
to show you how it's gonna be out.
Yeah, and you know why? Because it was a buildup.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have done that if Babylon didn't allow his fuck ass wife to commit adultery and have another man in that house while y'all scream, my body, my choice. Yeah. This is the results that Babylon has done to you. You people are poor, man. I've been really meditating how there's a bunch of drama with poor ass people. Just a bunch of peasant poor people doing wicked shit to each other. But this is the results or the perfect recipe leading up where people are going to be unhinged. You got layoffs coming. You got more financial woes, grinding ceasing. You know, and then women and children are just asking the man for more. More.
And it's gonna get crazy.
So they're gonna unhinge.
Yeah, it's gonna get
He's
crazy.
gonna calculate that I will save money by killing your ass instead of switching over to Geico.
You know, bro, you right. All this man and woman stuff going on. Are these women? Are they saying, you know what, men, as a whole? Oh damn! Okay, the world is fucked up right now. Let us chill. No, they say you need to be 6-some feet tall. You gotta be making 6-some figures. You gotta have a 6-pack and all that else. They demanding more in the time of the end of the world. Niggas gonna go buck shit crazy.
So the women gonna demand 6 feet, and that's where the nigga gonna put her ass.
Yes.
You got it, bro.
Okay,
I got one after you.
Back in Sirach 10 in verse 8, and it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. It says,
we gotta go into that.
Yeah, my bad.
Shit, you just had Thanksgiving yesterday.
Yeah. And it says, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You know, and that's what. And right now, you know, that's why Jake is. That's why Jake is in this captivity right now, because, you know, Esau has dealt with us, you know, very what's the word? Treacherously and very cunning the water. You know, because, you know, this dude has taken peace from the earth. You know, he's a fucking serpent. You know, and right now he has the children of Israel in his hand. You know, and people right now, you know, they're saying, "Oh no, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be good."
It's time to suffer now, and they don't want to suffer. Now they're calling it critical race theory. What's theoretical about it? We're from the other side of the planet. How did we get here? Let's be fucking a buck. We didn't come over here like there's indentured servitude. We didn't come here to help y'all niggas plant sugar cane and corn. You raped, robbed, and murdered us. You got here. You raped, robbed, and murdered our Northern King brothers and sisters. But they're trying to block that out. You can't block it out. That's how you got here. Numbers 35. You defile this land with blood. The only way to cleanse it is for your blood to be shed. So you don't. No, all right. You don't get to go off. You're not finna send your kids off to college. You don't get to go watching Golden Girls till you turn 80. That's a wrap, y'all. That's not how this is playing out. This is going to play out with our hands around your neck, like it says in Genesis 49. That's how this comes to a close.
And it said, read it again.
It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries.
Right. You know why it says injury? When you go into the word and the etymology, the word injure, the verb, it means do an injustice to or dishonor. So Esau got this land by injustice, you know, because going back to the northern aspect, he signed over 430 peace treaties with Gad. Do you know that to this day, legally, Black Hills Mountain, or what you call, what the hell is it called?
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. That's called the Black Hills. That Gad owns that. Gad's still fighting the FBI. The last war that Esau had with Gad, because see, with Judah is shootouts with the cops, but with Gad, they fought the government. Now, when you go into history, Gad killed the FBI agent on that hill. And even go further, the reason why Esau gave Gad that hill, do you know that it was like a Klansman or some racist Edomite? They went back and made Mount Rushmore because they found gold on it, so they wanted to retake it back to say it was theirs. So they gave it to Gad, and they said, we found gold, so we're going to take it back now. That's why they was fighting each other. And Gad wasn't fighting them over the gold. It was for the hill. It was a sacred landmass that he removed the landmark.
And this nigga carved white man's faces on it.
Four of them.
Then Trump had a rally under it.
I remember that.
That nigga had a rally under it.
Man.
You know?
And it says, I'm going to read the verse 10. And it says, verse 9, it says, we'll start from 8 again. It says, the kingdom is translated from a people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Because of Babylon.
Right. Yep. And that's why it says in these last days great misery is going to be done to them because they dwell in great pride. You know, and it says there is not a more wicked thing than the covetous man, Esau. It says for such an one set his own soul to sell, because while he lives he casts away his bowels. the physician cut off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
Yeah,
You know?
Babylon is a long disease to the earth, man. You know, Babylon is it's a hazard to the earth. You know how people are living or think they should live. That's what you don't realize. I'm telling you, man, my whole view changed. I've been watching videos of people outside of America, like Elam food trucks in India, or women in Siberia. You know, hey, you brothers hey, you get some foreign women. Fuck these American women, man. I'll tell her ass dead in the middle of New York. Fuck your American ass. Cause the way I feel, I don't feel like I'm from America, you know. But when you watch these videos, you see people have a different spirit on them, and then that show you that Esau is Esau, cause you had this fat Edomite asking Ishmael about how much guns he sells, and you could see it in the Ishmaelite's eyes. He's like, feels like he's being questioned. Because the world looks at Esau as a leader. Any Edomite could leave America and go into a foreign land with a suit and tie on, and they will think that man's God over there.
Calling shots.
Yeah.
Be calling the fucking shots.
And he stands in it. He don't humble like, no, I'm just Brad.
Yeah.
He'll fucking he'll boss up in that shit, man. He got to be stopped, man. He's got to be stopped. And it makes sense why Esau's going to be done away with. Because even though we're going to whoop these heathens' ass, we're going to have a nice relationship with them. Because they've had gods.
They're made to serve.
Yeah.
You can't, fuck off. You can't just whoop your servant up and down the street.
No.
We're just going to have to break them in order.
Yeah. We're gonna guide them in the right direction. Because they're hard workers. They get up every morning. They make their little meals. They make their and you know what? Another thing, these heathens got a great diet, man. They have a great culture. They use shit we use. I was watching a video. He had red onions, cilantro, chickpeas. They making their homemade chutney, but over here it's processed and artificial flavoring. What the fuck, man? Yeah. You know, you gotta be mad at Babylon and going back, not just the N word, because in the world, all I always knew. You better call me a nigga. But the nigga like, oh, don't worry, he's pouring red 40 in my shit, like, drinking it, not knowing.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Here's his ATP that we also put rat poison.
Right.
In your cereal.
Oh,
big dog.
Bro, just coming out, I'm gonna say it on camera, bro. They put fucking formaldehyde in baby products.
Yeah, I heard
what the
CNN. I did an article.
Why?
Yeah. To clap your baby out.
For what?
Damn, man.
Yo, this place is, and then he'll set up a child protective service to take it from you because you're an unfit parent.
Wow, man.
And guess why they take them babies? Because the state gets money to steal babies so they can traffic their ass, man.
There's like babies at that to be more
let me
specific.
stop.
Yeah.
Man, that was it for that one.
Okay, I got one real quick. Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. And who's experiencing this? Esau, Edom. He came doing us and the whole world wrong. And he afterwards, after he got his success, he got America, he got his world power. The elites, we're speaking about America, but, we all know that the elites are pulling the strings. The Heavenly Father has allowed them to do so. He kicked up his feet. Niggas asleep. It's the 50s. Nigga, 40s. Niggas asleep. 50s. Niggas asleep. 60s. Niggas are getting... Esau was having fun. But then what? Now the prophets are back out there shouting at their ass. Now... Hey, they're about to be spoiled, and they're about to be done treacherously by who? Yahushai and the elect, ultimately. Yeah. And it's going to culminate. The beast in these nations are going to turn. They're going to shoot these missiles back at this hole. Yeah. And I want to say too, for the record, the beast is going to. As a man, I speak, but it just makes sense. The beast is going to turn on the war because the beast, NATO and the EU is going to realize we need to preserve Europe. If we do not turn on our American allies now, then we will not preserve Britain, France, Germany, all these places that they're at. They'll go down. Yep. Russia, they're gonna have to ally. Separate. Because Russia is gonna come across the whole board, and that's gonna become Mother Russia, that whole landmass. So they're like, we might as well league in now, because if not, they're
they're gonna take us over regardless.
Fuck it up.
So they're gonna turn. They're gonna be like, our best interest is to side with Russia and not Babylon. Because who's Babylon really got? Babylon, Israel. They really, you know what I'm saying? When you look at it, South America is in league with Russia.
Yeah, well, the prophet Ezekiel is America's gonna get hit and the land of Israel's gonna get hit.
Yep.
According to the prophecy.
Yep. Now this is in the good news, the one you just read.
Yep.
It says Isaiah 33:1, our enemies are doomed. They have robbed and betrayed, although no one has robbed them or betrayed them, but their time to rob and betray will end, and they themselves will become victims of robbery and treachery.
How about that? So Esau's doomed, y'all, and he knows this.
Yep.
That's why, Christmas ain't going. What was that? Who was that? Was that right? No, I think I was listening to the video. I was listening to one of the brothers was bringing out an article. He's saying y'all better enjoy y'all Thanksgiving because after a couple days, going into 2023, this is going to be a bad year. The economists and all that shit are saying. They're saying it's only going to keep getting worse. They're telling us a fucking economical collapse is coming.
Yep.
That's not something we've just been saying it to say it because our elders been saying it, and then because they got it from their elders. This is fucking real, y'all. There are rich niggas who are jumping off of buildings, killing themselves because they know what's coming.
Yep. Even Jeff Bezos.
I was about to say that.
Jeff
Fired 2,000 niggas.
Well, he said, stop buying on Amazon, save your money.
Yep.
Oh, he said that?
He said that shit. This man was getting ready to fly into space.
Yeah, what happened?
You know what I mean? He about to leave somewhere. He like, look, don't buy nothing no more. And he just dipped off, you know? So why is a man that's made his money off consumers, why is he telling the consumers to stop buying and save your money right now?
Wow.
Because he knows what's coming, man. They know what's getting ready to come down. They set Amazon up to keep you fat and lazy. Because when I was growing up,
Amazon had books, bro, and that was it.
Bro, when I was growing up, you could get pizza delivered to your house.
Yeah.
Now they got commercials that fucking Fat Iggy's or
Lizzo.
This big whale. This big ass whale getting Skittles rained on her, and she's ordering liquor and cigars and toys and shit, and they're all just pouring in on her. And y'all people ate that shit up, man.
Literally.
But that was to keep you isolated in that house. So now you came and fit out the door, man.
All stupid.
Yep.
Them fucking heifers, man.
And I believe, I'm gonna look it up, a Great Depression was great before World War II.
Sure was. It sure was. And that's what, World War I sent Germany spiraling. They had to pay reparations to all the other countries and whatnot. Hitler starts working his way into power by way of the Reich. Hitler was a soldier in World War I. He was actually known for doing, they would send that nigga out on some crazy missions.
Yeah.
But he worked his way into power. The build up to World War II was basically Germany building itself back up strong. They said, fuck this. And like you said, we just came off the Great Depression.
Yeah.
This is what you're saying?
Yeah, it says the Great Depression was a contributing factor to dire economic conditions in Weimar Germany, which led in part to the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party.
So I didn't even know he was about to read that, but that's what. So it was the Lord set it up. It was y'all know like the yin yang symbol.
Yeah.
It was boom, shit switched. Let's say you got more.
Yeah, it says within the United States, the repercussions of the crash reinforced and even strengthened the existing restrictive American immigration policy. So it had a backlash. You know, like one. So like right now, in my opinion, I believe that's why Biden pulled out of Iraq, because what that's doing is allowing the Taliban party to now strike. You know how much military they left them? Like 70 billion or 70 million worth of military. Bro, you know how much a gun is?
If I was a soldier, I'd be very disenchanted at my military.
Absolutely.
Yes. You know how many people died? You know how many niggas that came back over there with unchangeable scars on their body, bro?
Yeah.
Missing limbs. Niggas' wives cheated on them while they was over there fighting.
Yep.
They just, what?
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Okay, yeah. I've got a couple actually. This is the book of Galatians.
But let me say this too. Speaking about these foreign parties, this is why the world's eyes is going to shift from Russia to the valley. Okay, the Taliban, they're being. He didn't wipe them out so that he can keep the boogeyman, so they can go to Iran. The Muslim, it's going to be a Muslim religious war. That's why. What's in the news? Oh, Islamic attack, Jewish attack, right? It's these two. It ain't Christian attack. Y'all Christians are losing too. But you know what I'm saying? These are the two main religions that keep popping up in mainstream media because he's using that so that they can have that to go there.
Yep.
So get ready for another Pearl Harbor style, 911 style thing. It's going to happen, and all eyes are going to go from Russia to the Middle East again. Watch. That's why he got out of Iraq, because now when the attack happens, Babylon won't look like the aggressor, but the protector.
Danger.
So he pulled his piece back so that it looks like they were attacked, so he can strike without the world saying they're at it again. So this is going to be his last superhero move, you know, and it's gonna fail miserably.
This is the book of Lamentations 4 and verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." Right, man, and soon, you know, because you know, because right now, you know, Esau, you know, he's trying to, you know, and you know, get that last bit of mirth, you know that he can, and which he should, because after this, hey man, it's a wrap, it's through for you, you know, and then after this, guess what? Bondage. All right, and it says, "The cup also shall pass through unto thee."
And that man don't. You know what's funny? That you say that, it says the elder shall serve the younger. So he was set up to serve, but all this man pushes is freedom.
Yep.
Freedom. We need freedom. They're attacking our freedom. He don't want to serve. That nigga, he's the worst kind of. I wouldn't even hire him, man.
He wants to run loose forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can't do
Yo, I work with Edomites. They're trash, man. Like, yo, do your fucking job.
Yes, man.
My wrist.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
Yes.
Every now and again, there might be one solid Edomite worker. That's because he's from the South.
Right.
Yep.
But the majority of them boys, they not cut for it. Bro.
Even the women.
Yeah.
You know? No. They're fucking lazy, but they got a spirit to act boss-like.
Dictator.
Yeah, but like you weren't hired for that.
Yeah.
Clean the shit up.
You next to me, nigga.
Right. I'm above you.
Yeah.
I'll fire your ass.
I just got one more.
Yeah.
Proverbs 9:17. Proverbs 9 and 17 through 18. "Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell." So now it's time for Esau. Lamentations 4:22. It's time for him to come down to hell, to that pit, which is suffering. He was eating his bread in secret. He was getting it sweet. He was living his life. He had the big three. The automotive industry was booming. Yeah. He's had his glory years, y'all. But it's over now. It's over now. That's why are we sitting here hungover all Thanksgiving dinner? No. We're in the truth now. The Spirit Party Home by Shemiel Shai. He's about to go down to the depths as we're going to the top. All right. Hey, somebody was thinking yesterday, this wait, y'all, is gonna be well fucking worth it. To actually experience and see this man lose his power as we ascend to the top is going to be more than worth all the suffering we've experienced in this life and all of our past incarnations. So it's going to be this going to be bittersweet. All right. He was doing it. He's been living it up. But for us, it's going to be glorious to watch him fall.
That's fire.
And it's glorious watching him fall now. Back in the day, you used to have to. You know how you used to have to call everybody every holiday call. You got to make 20. We don't got to do none of that shit now, man. Babylon is on life support. And we about to pull the plug on this. And Yahushua is about to walk in the room and pull Esau's life support and step back out.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's right.
And Esau got the nerve out of all this shit, all this life of success. Jake's never tasted it, never been a part of it. Now Esau feeling it. He's talking about what are we gonna do? What you mean we?
Right.
What are you gonna do, nigga? I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Don't try to add me in now. You try to don't stay with us as the ship sinking.
It's people. No, it's you. It's y'all. It's Edom.
Yeah, right.
Y'all wasn't saying people when y'all was turning our backs.
Right. You were talking about, oh man, Russian threatened us. What you mean us?
Right.
He ain't threatened me. It's you.
Right. He wants you, not us.
And look at real quick, I got this highlight Obadiah. It says, reasons for Edom's punishment. It don't say reasons for our punishment. It's your punishment, bro. You got to go through that.
Back in Lamentations 4:21, and it says, "Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity."
Oh, it said thou shalt be naked. No more covering cast.
Right. Yep.
No more white man.
Yeah,
No more Caucasian. Nah, you're Edom. You know, I Joshua. Is that how you say it?
Esau. Yep. Ways he. Verse 22, and it says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit."
That proves that Esau's no more the Lord's sword.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not going to use this sword anymore to cut y'all down.
He's sundered. When you crack a nigga's sword, so say for instance a person were to attack you with a sword, you guard it right. It's called sundering the sword. You crack this shit. That's what the Lord. Esau's been sundered.
I like that.
The sundering parting of times.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes sense. And it says, "He will no more carry thee away into captivity."
But he is going to get one last swing, because it says the slayer. Should we then make mirth? Because remember, before Esau falls, Jacob's trouble will be fulfilled.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
he's take some niggas.
Oh yeah. But you know what? He's going to take the undesirables though.
Exactly.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing in this truth you have to realize is not all Israel is Israel.
Yep.
You can't have a spirit of compassion for some foreign Israelite out in the world that you don't know, or they don't know you, but for some reason they're dead and now you're sad. Fuck that. That's not who the Lord is dealing with. This is the Lord right now. The Lord is dealing who he rose up. So that should be your focus. That should be the tunnel vision in these last days, because it's going to get real shaky out here. And you're going to think that black people are going extinct, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it says, "He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins."
Beautiful.
And I got one more.
Okay.
This is a Galatians 6:7, and it says, "Be not deceived. The Most High Yahweh Shema Shai is not mocked." It says, "For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." You know, and listen, man, Esau has a long track record of of deceit. Man, he's done a number upon the people of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, and then what he has done is going to be done unto him double. Just like it says in the book of Psalm 75, it says that he's going to drink the dregs thereof. He's going to get every bitter drop of that judgment that the Lord has in store for his ass. All right?
It's actually funny. Everything he's done to us, we're going to do it to him except righteously.
Yeah.
So we're going to take him over, slaughter him, enslave him, ship him around, make him and the heathen acknowledge our high holy days, and any that don't, we're going to destroy, like it tells you in Zechariah. And then afterwards, we're going to actually do something he couldn't do. We're going to fucking exterminate.
Ooh.
And it's all going to be in righteousness. So we're literally going to, he's getting what he's reaped. We're going to do exactly only what you've done to us. So it's perfect.
Eye for an eye.
Tooth for a tooth. Yep.
You good on that? I got a quick one. I just saw it. I got to read it. Real quick one on this. It's Obadiah 1:12 in the GLT. It says, "You should have not gloated over the misfortune of your relatives in Judah, which y'all do here in Babylon, because this was the Babylonians." No, motherfucker. You've ever been to Detroit? You know what I'm saying, dog?
Go to Clinton.
You know what I'm saying? Man. It says, "You should not have been glad on the day of their ruin. You should not have laughed at them in their distress. You should not have entered the city of my people to gloat over their suffering and to seize their riches on the day of their disaster. You should not have stood at the crossroads to catch those trying to escape. You should not have handed them over to the enemy on the day of their distress. The day is near when I, the Lord, will judge all nations. Edom, what you have done will be done to you."
That's plain.
That's
Close the books on that.
That's the good news. That's the good news.
Oh, man.
Close it out, brother.
Okay, hey, so with that, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash.
The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations. So like Aqua, learning, teaching truth and sincerity. Hey, shalom, everybody on the board. You know, y'all was posting. You know, we was rolling. You know, so, hey, shalom.
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 Up top.